Honorable Judge Murphy presiding. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, everyone. You may be seated. All right, counsel, as you are aware, we did receive a note indicating that the jury would like to hear Raul Valle's testimony concerning if he knew Tyler DaSilva was on the street when he returned from the Honda Pilot and they crossed paths. Did he recognize that it was Tyler? The video shows they crossed. Well, that was at 2:52. We have spent some time trying to pinpoint the testimony both in direct as well as cross-examination. It's my understanding that we have an agreement relative to the portion of the testimony that would satisfy, we believe, the jury's inquiry, although it seems to be a little bit unclear, but we've done our best to provide a limited amount of testimony, but broad enough to satisfy what we believe to be their concerns. I'll hear from counsel if you have any questions or concerns relative to the testimony that we're about to play.
The state has no concerns at this time, Your Honor.
The defense has no concerns, Your Honor, based on the discussions we had in each hearing.
Okay, very good. So my intention is to bring them in, acknowledge the note, and then let them know that we are going to play a portion of testimony first, which was a testimony clip from direct examination, to be followed by a clip of testimony from cross-examination. All right, so if we could please bring the jury. Court will mark the no. Are you all set? So counsel, please stipulate to the presence of all of our jurors.
State will stipulate, Your Honor.
Defense stipulates, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much. Which exhibit number is this?
This will be number 9.
Number 9. All right. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, thank you for your continued deliberations with respect to this matter. As I indicated earlier, you do have the opportunity to have parts or portions of testimony played back to you upon your request. I did receive a note, which will be marked as Exhibit 9. The time 2:52. It did take us some time to locate the portion of the testimony that we believe satisfies your inquiry. So you're first going to hear a clip of Raul Valle's testimony that occurred during direct examination, and then thereafter you will hear an additional clip of testimony that occurred during the cross-examination of Raul Valle, okay? So it is going to be played. There are speakers here. I would ask you to please listen intently. I'd ask everyone else to please try to be silent.
Could you see Tyler DaSilva at that point?
When I was at the car, I looked over and I saw Tyler DaSilva.
And what did you see Tyler DaSilva doing?
He was also on the ground getting beat up.
Could you tell how many people were beating him while he was on the ground?
I can't give a number.
And do you recall how many people were around you when you got shoved into the car, as you described it?
As soon as I looked back The first thing I was looking for was Tyler.
Okay. Did you see any of the people that had just been attacking you?
Yeah,
Where were they?
right on the edge of the lawn on the curb, somewhere on the street going back.
Did you see Ryan Hines anywhere?
No,
Did you know Tommy Connery before this?
no,
Did you know Ryan Hines before this?
no,
Did you know Faison Teal before this?
no,
Did you know Jimmy McGrath before this?
no.
You say you remember getting shoved to the car. Did you make it to the car eventually?
Yeah.
What did you do when you were at the car?
As soon as I looked for Tyler, I saw him getting beat on.
What was Jack Snyder doing?
Nothing.
Did he say anything when you went to the car?
I didn't even open the car door all the way.
Why didn't you just get in that car and leave?
I saw my best friend. He saw me that up. Nobody was helping him.
How did you feel?
It's still terrible. But I couldn't just let him be there alone. I felt like I had to see him.
Did you think that Jack Snyder was going to wait for you if you went back in there?
Objection as to what Jack Snyder was going to do.
Did you have any indication that Jack Snyder was going to wait for you?
No.
You didn't open that door at that point and take out that knife and then go back and stab those 4 kids.
No.
You already had that knife when you'd been attacked on the lawn the first time.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Positive.
You weren't upset that you had been attacked and went back to get that knife? Had you known about that knife being in the car prior to that evening?
No.
When you got back to that car, you didn't get back into the car, right? Why didn't you just go running off back down the street, back down Farmhouse Lane or down Laurel Glen towards Farmhouse?
Well, I just couldn't tell.
Why not?
He was my best friend. Looked at him like his brother. What kind of me would I to just leave him there?
What did you worry might happen to him if you left him?
If he was in the same situation as me, I would
Wait a minute, I'm going to object. Calls for speculation. This is what would happen to Tyler.
Sustained.
What were you worried about if you left and ran down to the end of Laurel Glen Farmhouse Lane?
At that time, I wouldn't have beat it out of it.
What happened next?
I found myself right on the edge of the grass on the curb.
How did you get there?
I just remember being there. I think I ran over.
What did you see when you got there?
Just another wall of people.
Did you see Tyler DaSilva?
No.
Did you cross paths with Tyler DaSilva?
Yeah.
You say another wall of people. Did you see Mr. Hines, who had been on top of you before?
I think so.
All right, so that was the testimony of Mr. Valle on direct, and we're now going to play related testimony on police examination.
Now, at some point in time, you say you saw Tyler back on the lawn, right?
Yeah.
You still had the knife on you at that point, right? Knife was still out in your hand, right? And you come back into the fight, right?
Yeah.
Playing the video.
Now, Tyler's being pushed into the street at this point, right?
Yes.
And you would agree with me that there are no Shelton kids to the right of you, right? There's a car. You can see a car right there, right?
And this looks like
There's kids in front of you,
right, yes.
but there's no kids right to the right of you. There's a car. You can see the car. If there were, we wouldn't be able to see the car, right?
That's the street.
Right. There's nobody to the right of you, right? There's a kid in front of you.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of kids right
Right. There's a whole bunch of kids over here we can't see, but there's nobody to the right of you, right?
There's a kid right next to him.
There's a kid here. But I'm saying, is this you right here?
Yes.
Right. To the right of you, do you see a kid or a car?
That's the street.
That's the street, and there's a car there, right?
Yeah.
So there's nobody to the right of you, right? There's a car.
There's nobody in the street.
And there's nobody to the left of you other than Tyler DaSilva, right?
Yeah.
So when you're going back in, there's just a wall, right?
It's like this.
Right. But you're not surrounded at that point, right?
At that point, not.
No. But you go back in, and Tyler's already pushed out into the street, right?
The video. I'm on my way back as just.
But Tyler is no longer engaged in the fight, right?
I don't remember.
You don't remember that. So you just blacked out and ran right back into the fold. That's your testimony today?
Me when we got it. And it was just like a shoe horse of people.
A shoe horse, but not a circle. You were not encircled, right?
But was there anybody behind me?
Right. There's nobody behind you.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Right. So you could have, if you chose to, you could have left. You could have retreated, right? So you could not have left because there were people around you.
Yes.
So you just said there was a semicircle of people on the yard. Now you're saying that you were surrounded.
It's like this.
So semicircle, right?
Yeah.
Not a circle. Circle goes like this, right?
Yeah, I wasn't going to turn my back to the many people.
You weren't going to. I'd move to strike as non-responsive, Your Honor.
After what happened last week.
You indicated when you made it back to the car, you were still terrified, right?
Yeah.
You were still scared. You came back in anyway, right? With the knife. Then you ran over to the edge of the grass, right? And you passed Tyler, right?
Yes.
He passed you on your left, correct?
Yes.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I hope that. Sorry? Are you good? Sorry, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you've heard the portion of the testimony that the court believes was relevant to answer your question. If you go back into the deliberations room and you feel that there is additional testimony that you need to put any of that testimony into perspective, whatever it is you're deliberating on, please just send out another note and we will do our best to answer any questions with any playback concerning any other issues or matters. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for continuing to follow the court's proceedings and procedure relative to the jury charge and your duty as jurors. I appreciate it. Thank you. You can go back into your deliberations. thank you. Court's going to, just for the record, any comments by counsel relative to the playback?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing from the.
And it represents what each of you asked for and what we agreed upon would be played back to the jury with respect to Court's Exhibit 9.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you so much. Our court stands in recess.
All right.